ready to exit the floor. We've got just about a minute and a half before this basketball game starts. Railer Nation, it's time to sit back, turn up your TV, turn up all of the radios or TVs or iPads out at Walmart, put us on the Mixler app, or tune in on WLCN 96.3 FM and crank it up if you're in the watering holes. Ask them to crank it up at the Alibi. If you're at home, crank it up at home. Annoy your neighbors, but put us on and let people know that Railer Nation supports this basketball team as they begin their quest for a 56th regional title and yet another state tournament appearance. We're just a few short moments away from getting this game started. Let's send it back to the station for a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, Josh will have the starting lineups.
Jay?
Yeah.
Sound is really loud.
All right.
Let's get coaches down.
Yeah, we got coaches down. All right, how's that? Any better? Oh, wait a minute. I think I know what happened. We now, how are we now? Check me now.
Yeah, hold on.
Okay, check 1 2, check 1 2, check.
Hold on, just a second.
You can when you call on the experts at the Carver House. Let's just take the
All right, try it.
Check 1 2, check 1 2, check.
I think it's not going across. Hold on.
Check 1 2,
Now do it.
check 1 2, check 1 2.
Looks like
check
they'll
1 2.
they're going to do the anthem before their game.
Go ahead, Jay.
Okay. Sorry, Josh. Hey, we need to go ahead and run the billboard at some point during this, okay?
Now, give me a sound check again.
Check 1 2, check 1 2. Starting lineups being introduced for both teams. Urbana, the visiting team on the scoreboard. Okay. Urbana, the visiting team on the scoreboard tonight. Lincoln will be the home team in their home.
A bit more, just a hair.
Lincoln, the home team tonight. You got it.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. You were good, and then you were late.
Yeah, Ryan was trying to get things hooked up, and the master volume got bumped up.
All right, get ready.
Okay.
And go.
Chicago Street Rentals, our sponsor of the opening tap. Urbana out on the floor. And coming out on the floor, we'll get you the starting lineups here in just a moment, folks. Malcolm Morris, the 6'7 sophomore, to tip it up against Peyton Cook, 6'5 junior from Lincoln. Both players at center court. Here's the opening tap. Ball is up. Tapped into the backcourt to Urbana. Kevin Cobb. Kevin Cobb to Jimmy Nixon, the 6'3 senior. Out front, Jamontre Young. Young out front goes to Cobb. Cobb in the corner to Gideon Kapongo. Well, that'll be a difficult name to pronounce.
Yeah, and they've got the big boy right underneath against Cook, too. Jay Malcolm Morris, 6'7", and a sophomore. Looked like he was left-handed in warm-ups.
Josh, go ahead if you want to and give the starting lineups for both teams.
Yeah, for Urbana, Malcolm Morris, 6'7", sophomore. Also, Jermontre Young, a 5'10", senior. He's number 3. Number 11 is Gideon Kapongo, a 6-foot junior. 21 is Kevin Cobb, a 6'2", senior. And 23 is Jimmy Nixon, a 6'4", senior.
And ball nearly thrown away by Urbana on the baseline. Up against Sassi. Up, no good. Cook skies for the rebound. Ball knocked away by Malcolm Morris. Ball back out front to Urbana. Josh, they seem to be pretty patient so far.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. They've ran off a minute already in the clock with just one shot, and then they were able to keep the possession alive with an offensive rebound.
They go into Morris. Morris bumping Cook, bumping Cook, bumping Cook. That's got to be 3 seconds in the lane. Ball back out front. Cobb's got it out front. Goes to Young. Young back to Cobb. Josh, we saw them play this way 2 years ago against Springfield Lanphier, that they kind of wanted to make it a possession game. Shot up by Kapongo. No good. Rebound goes to Jake Piven.
Yeah, the Railers did a great job of just sustaining that defensive pressure the whole time. Nice box out for the Railers. Big rebound there by...
There's the play to Cook underneath the basket. Good! Cook with a first deuce, and it's 2-0 Lincoln.
I think we could have called that play from here. We've seen it so many times this year, especially to start this game.
Yeah. Down the lane, number 3, and that is Young. Up, no good. Kind of a wild shot and a quick shot for Urbana. Here comes Polis. Polis on the run. Out front, Sassi. Urbana starting out in a man-to-man defense. Out front, Polis. Polis hounded by Kapongo. Cook going to drive in the lane. Cook nearly carried the ball. No call. Batted out to Biven, and Biven lost it out of bounds.
Yeah, just the Railers on that first drive. Cook trying to drive middle, which is fine. He got by his guy, just lost track of the ball, and then led to the turnover. But Railers, you got first minute, 2 jitters in a regional. It happens when you first start the season. Another turnover by Urbana.
Urbana turns the ball over. Here comes Polis down the lane. The kick out, Gowan. Gowan in the corner, drives baseline. Nice drive. 10-footer up, got it. Aiden Gowan with the nice one-hander off the baseline. Josh, that's a tough shot.
Yeah, it was, especially going baseline. They got the big guy underneath, Malcolm Morris, there to block the shot, and Aiden threw it right over the top of his hands.
Inside Morris. Morris loses the ball again, and the Railer defense comes through. Polis against the pressure. Kapongo tries to pressure him, kicks it Gowan. Gowan kick out Sassi. Sassi drives, looks back to Biven. Biven, Cook, top of the key. Polis out at the volleyball line. Polis against Kapongo, gets it to Biven. Biven bumped by Young. Sassi the basketball. Polis drives down the lane through, wild pass to Gowan. Sassi out of the corner, gets it. 3 on the way.
Yeah.
Scoring 3 for Sassi. And it is 7-0 Lincoln, and a good start for the Rail Splitters.
7 in a hurry, too. Urbana took about a minute and 20 off the first possession, and the Railers have answered every possession since.
Out front, Young and Jimmy Nixon work the ball out front. It goes in the corner, Cobb back out front, Young. Nixon, they're looking inside Morris. Morris is camped in the lane. Give him a tent and a campfire down there, because the officials are not going to call 3 seconds. In the corner, Cobb. Cobb back out front to Kapongo. Kapongo, wild shot down the lane, blocked by Biven. Cook's going to come out of there with it. And to Biven. Nice tip by Cook to Biven. Couldn't grab quite a hold of it and got it to Jake Biven.
Yeah, 4 turnovers already for Urbana. That's got to be one of the things they were.
Layup time, got it. 9-0 Lincoln. 4:07 to go here in the first quarter. First round for Lincoln of regional action. This is Urbana's second game in the regional.
Yeah, and sometimes that's a little bit of a benefit. You get to play on the court that you're playing on, and you see that in the NCAA tournament a lot of times, where a play-in game or a play team that gets that play-in game to start their NCAA tournament seems to do pretty well.
Urbana worked the ball inside out. Long jumper by number 23, Nixon, no good. Rebound to Biven. Biven to Polis. Lincoln up 9-0. 3:37 to go here in the first quarter. Cook left wing. Sassi comes off on the baseline. They go to Biven. And Biven gets tied up by number 23, Nixon. And it'll be a jump ball, and the possession arrow goes to Lincoln. And we're going to have an officials timeout on the floor. It's Lincoln 9 and Urbana nothing. 3:28 to go here in the first quarter. Let's send it back to the station for a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Railer Basketball on WLCN FM. Back at Mahomet-Seymour, where Lincoln has gotten off to a great start, 9-0, caused 4 or 5 turnovers already against Urbana, and the defense is coming through once again, Josh, and we've capitalized on those turnovers.
Yeah, you're right. 4 turnovers for Urbana already, and that's probably been the tough thing for them this season is hanging on to the ball. Their points for Urbana this year, they're averaging 54 points a game on the offensive end, but unfortunately for them, they're giving up 67, and that's been the case for them all season long. Railers up 9-0 here early. Just to combat that, the Railers only giving up 36 on the season.
You know, Josh, I was thinking about this earlier. There's a number of reasons it would be nice to put them away early and maybe have, a big lead in the third and fourth quarter. But for another reason, it might allow Coach Al to get some guys off the bench some significant time in this game and get them over those opening round regional jitters.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, the Railers staying with their same lineup here after the mass timeout for
Cam Nelson actually in the basketball game. Josh for Lincoln. They go corner Gowan. There's Cook on the baseline. Gowan going to kick back out. Cook left wing right in front of us. Cook looks, looking for the back door. Kick out to Polis. Polis going to drive down the lane. Stops. Kick to Gowan. Gowan 3 out of the corner. In and out. Ball batted around and Morris comes out of there with it.
Yeah, good shot there though by Gowan, in and out, and Cook there battling for the offensive rebound. Just couldn't come up with it.
It looked awful good from here. Young. And they go into corner Cobb. Back out front Nixon. Nixon goes into Morris. Morris bangs against Cook in there. Cook had his hands up, but he actually had one arm kind of down a little bit and drew the contact, also drew the foul. That's the first foul on Peyton Cook, first team foul on the Rails players.
Yeah, we'll send the 6'7" sophomore Malcolm Morris to the line. And big dude here.
Yeah, he's not afraid to do any banging inside either, Josh.
No, and it looks so far that he's been able to get the ball rather easily. Cook's done a pretty good job of staying straight up with him, but he's gotten it too easily.
I wanted to talk to you about that. I saw some of that in the Mahomet game where Kohler was able to catch the ball inside fairly easily, and now we see it with Morris. So should Cook be fronting him, or should Cook be playing behind him?
As you see, the Railers now extend their 1-2-2 out a little bit more where the other back doesn't help out as much. So Cook's got to probably try to get over there a little quicker.
Backdoor Polis kick out. Sassi 3 on the way. Got it. Big shot. Tyler Sassi nails the 3. It's 12-2. A Chris Coyne State Farm 3 for Tyler Sassi.
Well, we talked about in the pregame. He might be one of our most consistent shooters as the last month and a half of the season. Didn't have a good one against Mahomet in the last game, but has started out well here tonight.
Shot out of the corner. Cobb, no good. Rebound Cook, and there was all Railers underneath the basket.
See a conscious effort, too, Jay, of really boxing out this Urbana basketball team.
Nelson goes inside Cook. Cook going to make the move and blocked. Cook gets his own Morris.
Boy, one shot fake and a foul on Morris will relieve a little bit of that.
Shot by Nixon. 3 on the way. No good. Nelson grabs the rebound. And again, the Railers all underneath the basket. Cook was ahead of the pack.
Yeah, he was open, too. I think Cook can shot fake a couple times and get Morris up in the air and go right into him.
They go Sassi. Here comes the screen for Nelly in the corner. Shot out of the corner. Nelson. No good. Front of the iron. Rebound Gowan. Gowan back out front. Polis. Sassi. Sassi Nelson. Urbana in a man-to-man. Polis going to go down the lane. Layup time. Got it. Nice shot by Polis. And Morris did not step over and try and block that one.
No, I think it looks like Morris is sucking some wind already. A little bit tired for you. You saw Cook beat him down the floor. That could be something that Polis can look up to as we get the rebounds.
Morris is camped in the lane once again, and now Sassi's fronting him. Corner, no good. Rebound. Gowan chases it down. Polis coming the other way against Capongo. Polis, Gowan. Cook sets the screen for Polis. Now Cook the ball out front near the volleyball line. Polis, there's the clear out. Polis was going to drive. Kicks it back out front. Nelson 3 out of the wing. Up and good. Chris Coyne State Farm 3 for Cammy Nelson. 17-2 the Lincoln lead.
Well, and Urbana cheated on the pass to try to steal it before Nelson got it. He went way past him. All he had to do was take one dribble, step up, and they step into an unguarded three-pointer.
Nixon spin move, lost the basketball. Dangerous pass out front. Young the long 3. Bad shot. And Sassi the rebound. Good box out by the Railers.
Well, you can see after the first possession, Jay, the Railers gave up that offensive rebound. Haven't given up one since.
Polis working out front against Capongo. Goes Nelson. Nelson Sassi. Nelson's going to set the screen for Cook here in the corner. Cook got to the corner. Cook's going to drive. Cook, good pass, Nelson. Nelson, reverse layup, no good. Cook bats it around, and Young comes out of there with it. Here comes Urbana in a hurry. Young going to take it all the way. Layup time, and got it. Right at the buzzer. At the end of one quarter, it's Lincoln 17, Urbana 4. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Urbana has the basketball to start quarter number 2. Lincoln up 17-4. Would have been 17-2, but Urbana got a last-second layup by Jamontre Young, the 5'10 senior, who does a lot of their ball handling out front in their half-court offense. He went coast to coast and got a layup that rolled in. So 17-4, the Lincoln lead, as Urbana inbounds the basketball. Young goes to Kapongo, back out front Young. Urbana now working a double post with Nixon up high and Morris down low and running Cobb on the baseline. Cobb, right wing, goes back out front Young. And they're trying to pick Gowan off out front. Nixon was. Long three by Kapongo. In and out, no good. Morris got the rebound and a foul on the floor. And let's see who this one's on.
Yeah, I think it was on Hayes.
Yep, Drew
underneath.
Hayes.
Yeah, they shot it and had Klopp was fronting Morris, and then so he had good rebounding position, and then Hayes tried to come over and stop him, but just couldn't get over there quick enough.
Drew Hayes, Jaden Klopp in a basketball game, and Klopp doing a heck of a job. Morris pushing him in the back, and Klopp sealed him off.
Yeah, you're right. Morris really posts hard underneath there.
Polis the basketball. Goes Gowan right wing. Gowan goes inside Polis. Polis, nice kick across to Klopp. Out front, Hayes. Hayes, Gowan, Polis. Polis to Hayes, to Klopp. Klopp, Gowan in the corner. Gowan, nice fake. Layup time off the baseline. Got it, and they're going to call him for the charge.
Yeah, good move again. And you saw Gowan do that earlier in the game. A good job by Urbana stepping in and taking that charge. As Gowan gets older, he'll just pull up and shoot that little jump shot instead of the floating one that takes your body into the defender.
And I'm not so sure.
Oh, he got it.
Gowan, the steal, layup, got it. But I'm not so sure, Josh, on that previous play, if we'd had that little circle under the basket, that might have been a charge.
Yeah, I think you're right. The defender for Urbana was way underneath the basket, but not in high school basketball yet.
19-4, the Lincoln lead. Nice steal by Aiden Gowan, and got that one back. Cobb on the baseline, nearly traveled, kicks it out. Nixon, the long three at the top of the key, got it. Jimmy Nixon, 6'3 senior, hits a three at the top of the key. It's 19-7. 6:38 to go here in the second quarter.
Well, they've taken a lot of threes so far in this game, Jay. With the big guy underneath, they have let him launch, and that's been the first one to go down for him.
I'm surprised with Cook out of the game, they didn't go into him.
Right.
Nelson's going to take the drive. Polis, three out of the corner, up and no good. Rebound, battle for Urbana, comes out of there with it. Jimmy Nixon quickly to Young, and here they come in a hurry. Young out front, goes to Nixon. Nixon looks, goes in the corner. Cobb's going to launch the three. Cobb, the three out of the corner, no good. Klopp, the nice seal off and rebound.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Great seal off, and boy, underneath Morris is really camping in that lane.
The long three bomb, got it! A Chris Coyne State Farm three from 24 feet by Cammie Nelson. 22-7, the Lincoln lead.
Yeah, big shot there after the three from Urbana. Nelson able to answer.
Urbana now across the timeline. They go right side Kapongo, back out front Nixon. Young, Cobb left corner, back out front Young to Nixon. Nixon to Young. In the corner Cobb, back out front Young. And boy, Klopp and Morris are having a battle underneath, folks. I don't know if you can see it or not.
Get it.
Good job by Jaden Klopp to step in front and knock the pass away. Great defense by Jaden Klopp. Lincoln gets the turnover. Polis. Capongo kind of riding him coming up the floor. Out front, Klopp. Kloppy to Polis. Polis around his man. Polis, 15-foot pull-up. Got it. Nice shot by Elijah Polis. It's 24-7. 5:04 to go.
That's one way to relieve the pressure that Urbana's putting on. They're all over Polis. Really, from the time he gets the ball on the opposite side of the court all the way down, and Polis shook his man and got to that free throw line where he's really, really good.
In the corner, Cobb. Cobb back out front. Nearly stolen by Polis. Josh, you know that they've got a good scouting report. If they're hounding Polis, they know he's our primary ball handler.
Yeah, they've been all over him, and they've been all over a lot of Railers. I think we'll get several more back doors before this game's over.
Cobb in the corner, back out front, Young. Out front to Nixon. I don't think, has Morris left the lane at all?
He tends to move around a little bit, but they're not trying to get him the ball, and he's kind of starting to get frustrated a little bit down there. He's been posting pretty hard.
Young's going to take the long three out front, in and out, no good. Klopp knocked it away, and Hayes comes out of there with it. Hayes needs to get rid of the basketball, gets it to Polis, and here comes Polis in a hurry. Polis kicking the corner, Gowan. Ball might have been tipped to Polis. Polis sets for the three, up and no good. Rebound, nothing but Urbana under the basket. Here comes Young the other way in a hurry. In a real hurry, spin move down the lane. Hayes nearly blocked it, and Young gets the basket.
Yeah, a little bit of a quick shot, I thought, last possession for the Railers. You don't want to get a running gun and up and down the court and a lot of possessions here if you're Lincoln against Urbana.
Nelson the basketball. Goes to Klopp, left wing. Looks back out Polis, goes to Hayes corner. Back out front Polis.
A host of Railers set to check in. Cook, Biven, Conway, and also Saucy.
Gowan, Polis. Lincoln up 24-9. And Klopp set a screen and there was no call. Both of them go down. Back out front, Polis the long three. Here it comes. Polis nails it. Oh my. A Chris Coyne State Farm three. That one was from 25 feet. 20.
They shot it well the last time. It looks like Coach Jones wants to get a timeout and a little frustrated with his guys not guarding the three-point line.
He's not happy. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. It'll be a Top Hat Creamery timeout. Heartland Community College is Lincoln's community college. At Heartland, you'll get the personal attention and support you need. And if you want to listen to games, Lloyd's probably got it turned on at his desk in front of his students. Worth & Associates Realtors. Honest caring realtors serving Lincoln and Logan County since 1974. Call 217-735-3411. Go online to worthrealtors.com. Our streaming live video sponsors, Sal Polis, financial advisor at Edward Jones, Town and Country Bank, a proud sponsor of Lincoln Railer basketball, and Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln. You know, Josh, we've done a really good job so far. When we think about it, we've done a really good job of handling the pressure they've had. We've also done a good job of rebounding, and now being up 27-9, we need to start looking at, can we put these guys away early? And I don't know if it's possible.
You're right. It's tough. They're going to fight for everything they got because they're thinking it's their last game, so you're going to get their best effort. The Railers just got to stay sound in what they're doing, taking the right shots. Yeah, I think if you make Urbana play defense for more than 35, 40 seconds at a possession, they're going to stop playing, and you're going to get a backdoor. You're going to get an easy layup. You might get an open three. Boy, what a job that second unit that came on for the Railers just did. Nelson, Gowan checks out, Nelson out, and now Klopp and Hayes check out also. And you took out some of the starters and some of the guys that came in, built even a bigger lead than we had.
And that's something you really like to see as a coach, to send your reserves in there, and if they can hold the lead or build on it, that really is a plus for your basketball team. Urbana inbounds the basketball. Young will bring it across half court. Young to Nixon. Morris posting up big time again inside. Saucy's going to front him. Out front, Young. Nixon nearly walked with the basketball, trying to go around Biven. Jaden Conway into the game for Lincoln. Cobb, baseline, running one-hander, blocked. And the ball batted around, and Aaron Cobb somehow came out with it. Capongo back to Cobb to Nixon, the long three. Up and no good. Boy, that was a wild shot, and Cook pulls it out of there. Cook to Polis. Nice rebound by Peyton Cook. Railers doing a real good job on the boards tonight.
Yeah, that was another
Polis
backdoor.
bumped by Young, another backdoor to Biven. Biven against the big guy and got it blocked. And ball knocked out of bounds. That should be Lincoln basketball. Ooh. Oh, no.
Well, they're going to give it to Urbana. And as you said, good job by Morris from Urbana coming over. We got the back door, and that's one thing Jake's got to realize, the big guy. Once you get him up in the air, just go into his body. He's at your mercy at that point. You don't try to shoot it over top of him. Just go in and go to the foul line.
Cobb fake Cook up in the corner, 18-footer up, no good. Rebound, Biven hauls it out of there.
Yeah, right over the top of the Urbana player. So Jake timed that rebound really well.
Paulus, the basketball. Now across the timeline. Left-handed dribble. Goes left wing, Bivin. Bivin. Back out front, Cook. Cook fouled by Cobb out front.
Wow, it's just the first foul on Urbana. So as much pressure as they're putting on the Railers, we've either gotten away from them or backdoored them, and to where they haven't committed any fouls.
Saucy inbound the basketball, and Young is really beaten up. Saucy, there's a sideline violation right there. He did.
Yeah, they were pressuring Paulus, which another Railer's got to come and help, relieve some pressure off Paulus and try to get the ball in bounds to them. Everybody stood and watched Elijah try to get open, and he couldn't.
Minute 51 to go here in the half. Nixon in trouble. Railers could trap him there in the corner. And Saucy doing a great job of fronting Morris.
Yeah, and also being real physical with him.
And the pass into Morris, he lost it. One of the Railers. And Lincoln will have the basketball on yet another turnover. And now Urbana's going to pressure Polis in the backcourt. Yeah. And finally Conway comes and helps out. Conway, Saucy.
Well, that's the thing. The Railers, if they advance on, is who else will bring the ball up for the Railers.
Oh, and Payton with a great drive, but he stepped on the end line. He did. Minute 24 to go.
Third turnover now for the Railers. Urbana with 7 here in the first half.
Lincoln going to extend the pressure just a little bit. Nixon goes inbounds to Young. Conway up on him. Conway to Nixon. Nixon, they pass the ball back and forth, breaking the Lincoln press. Young gets it across the timeline. And they go inside to Morris again. Saucy tried to front him, and Bivin fouled him as he was going to the basket.
Yeah, not a bad foul, though. No. I don't think Jake's got a foul yet, and only 4 on the Railers now in the first half with 1:11 left. So good foul. Don't give Morris an easy layup, although he did go 2 of 2 from the line in his first attempts.
That was a nice rotation. I know Saucy maybe was just a second slow in getting over there. I don't want to say slow, but second late, maybe that's it. But Tyler at least rotated over, recognized that they were going to go into him, and tried to get the ball out in front.
Yeah, I saw Morris's free throws went in the first 2, but that one missed, and shot isn't pretty. Not very good spin, so I wasn't expecting all of them to go in.
He's also left-handed. That's a little bit odd. Morris misses both free throws. 27-9, still the Lincoln lead. Here comes Polis the other way. Polis kick out Gowan. Gowan kick to Saucy. Saucy, Polis. Polis going to drive in. Look out to Cook. Cookie Monster. Looks, gets it out to Bivin. Bivin going to drive. Bivin almost traveled. Gets it to Gowan. Gowan, nice ball fake. Gowan, step up 15-footer. No good. Rebound battle for it. Bivin's got it underneath. Layup. Good. Got it.
Yeah, great job by Jake.
29-9. Urbana going to walk it up the floor. Down 20 points here. They go to Cobb. Cobb back out front, Young. Out front, Nixon.
Well, he spreads out underneath there. Morris is long and big underneath, and he really spreads out when he wants to post.
Railer backs doing a much better job of trying to keep him from catching the ball down in that low block. Out front, Young.
And I don't know if because they've turned it over a few times trying to get it to him, but they have really looked away from throwing him the ball.
Young. Kick out Nixon. Nixon, the nice fake on Polis. Long 3 up, no good. Rebound goes out of bounds, and at the end of the half, it'll be Lincoln 29 and Mahomet-Seymour 9. Let's send it back to the station for 2-minute timeout. When we come back, Josh and I will have the ground corp. Back at Mahomet-Seymour High School, where the Railers went into the locker room. Josh, I would think Coach Al's probably pretty happy with that first half, up 29-9 at the end of the first half.
Yeah, a lot of things that the Railers did well. Obviously, they shot the ball well, too. You know, several threes for the Railers here. They were able to get a couple layups, a couple back doors, a nice pull-up jump shot from Paulus. So they had the offense working, and they had the defense going as well, too. Gave up that early offensive rebound to Urbana, but then after that, the Railers are very, very solid on the boards.
You know, Josh, that may be, from a consistency's point, the best first half of basketball I think we've seen this year. There's very little you can point to. We didn't have that many turnovers here in the first half. We shot the ball well. We moved well on offense. And defensively, even after Morris got the ball down low a couple of times, our backs started rotating over and getting in front of him and making it difficult for him to catch the ball in the low ball.
Well, and I think, as we said earlier, they turned the ball over a few times trying to get it to Morris, and then after they figured they're going to turn it over, they just kind of stopped throwing it into him. And he's not, for a lack of effort of posting up. He's taken up a lot of that middle. He's taken up a lot of the lane. They just haven't been able to get the ball to him, and then that allows the Railers to extend out their pressure a little bit on the shooters, and they've knocked down a three, but it was from long range.
You know, it's probably a good thing that I'm broadcasting these games, because my wife would be irritated with me. I'd be down in the basement watching
basketball game at Roy S. So Railer fans, get out there. As a nice crowd last night.
Yeah, but it was a good crowd last night. Have you got halftime scoring, sir?
Yeah, for the 9 for Urbana, they were led by by 4 points. Jamontre Young on 2 layups. He has 4. Jimmy Nixon, the 6'3" senior, he's got a 3-pointer and 2 free throws from Malcolm Morris. The Railers with really, really balanced scoring. Elijah Paulus is the leader at half here with 7, 6 apiece for Camden Nelson and Tyler Saucy. Both of those guys with 2 Chris Coyne State Farm 3-pointers. 4 points apiece for Aiden Gowan and Jake Biven, and 2 for Peyton Cook for the 29-9. The game right after us here will be the winner. Whoever wins our game takes on the winner of the next game, which will be Mahomet. The host school will be taking on the Vikings from Danville.
2 teams we faced this year and 2 teams we've beaten this year.
Yeah, yep. So the Railers have got to, as you said, get that lead, build on it, but also don't start to do things that you're not accustomed to doing, and I don't think Coach Al will allow that. But also, take the right shots, take the shots you're supposed to, and extend this lead. Get out and play defense, rebound, and let's get away with a solid W here and get ready for Friday, because Railer fans, this should be a packed gymnasium Friday night.
You know, Josh, I'm thinking that if they can come out the first 4 minutes of the third quarter and just play solid basketball like they have so far, they could pretty much put Urbana away, because I don't think Urbana may be able to, the young kid is the only guy we've seen who's been willing to run up and down the floor, and he can get to the rim, but I'm not sure they are the type of team that's going to run up and down the floor and score a whole lot of points in a hurry.
No, and we saw that kind of evident in the first possession, where they took a minute 20 off the clock. So they're patient. They look for good shots. It's just for them, the shooting is a struggle.
All right, so 2 minutes 55 seconds to go here at halftime. Urbana back on the floor. Railers back on the floor. Let's send it back to the station for a 2-minute word from many of our fine sponsors. You're listening to Railer Basketball on WLCN FM. Back here at Mahomet-Seymour, starting the third quarter. Lincoln the basketball to start the third quarter. Well, Josh, you think they're going to set play here?
Yeah, looks like it. Looks like we're going right to Jake in the post.
Wow, that's and a nice move by Biven. He gets the foul. That's one we haven't seen before, Josh.
You're right, and that's really a situation where Coach Alexander feels that undersized guy or Jake's more athletic, stronger, whatever it may be. You know, and Jake I think can do that more because he's really good around the basket with his pump fakes. You know, really good post players they shot fake. You know, they find a way to score in there, and you don't always have to be the tallest guy to score around the basket, and Jake is proof of that.
Foul on number 21. That's Kevin Cobb, the 6'2 senior. He's the only one that's got fouls for Urbana so far. And Biven, unfortunately, misses the first of 2 free throws. 7:46 to go here in the third. Lincoln up 29-9, just starting the third quarter.
Jake's free throw up and good, so 1 of 2 for Biven to start the third quarter. Raylor's up 30-9.
I was checking scores. Bloomington's up on Morton 14-8 in the second quarter. Sacred Heart Griffin up on Springfield 21-12. As Young works the basketball out front, goes in the corner to Capongo, back out front Young.
Looks like Urbana almost going to a high-low here with Morris at the free throw line. They're kind of switching it as the ball gets reversed. They'll flash free throw line and block.
Shot out of the corner, no good. Morris goes for it, ball batted around, and Biven's going to come out of there with it.
Yeah, a bunch of Railers in there, didn't grab it, but were able to tip it around enough.
Polis across the timeline, looking for the back door, goes to Biven. Biven's got to clear out on the right side. Biven looking. He's going to drive in the lane, kick back out Polis. Saucy in the corner, Cookie. Cook going to drive on Nixon. Cook ball batted from behind, threw it up, no good. And rebound goes to Cobb. Here comes Cobb quickly the other way to Nixon. Nixon back out front, Cobb, volleyball line, 3, up and good.
Cobb with a nice shot. Haven't seen many of that from him tonight, but he rose up and from about 20 feet and nailed it.
30-12. Polis threw the basketball up there. I thought maybe that was a lob for Cook, who was coming in from the left side, but it ended up bouncing off the rim and goes over to Urbana on the rebound. Shot out of the corner. Cobb up, no good. A push off by Morris underneath on Cook. Good call, Josh.
Yeah, I could see that. Cook went flying right toward us, and usually Peyton does a really good job of going straight up on his rebounds, and Morris got him in the back.
Now Urbana going to apply man-to-man. Nope, they didn't apply the man-to-man pressure in the backcourt. Thought they started to, and they pulled it off. So they'll pick up Polis at half court. Young will. Polis, right side, Gowan. Out front, Cook, Polis. They got to clear out for Polis. Nope, kick out Biven. Cook going to drive in the lane, drew contact, no call. Back out front, Gowan going to drive down the lane, got contact again, outside Cook 18-footer, got it. Nice shot by Peyton Cook, and it's 32-12. 5:54 to go here in the third. Young against the Lincoln pressure. Gowan hounding him. Finally gets it across the timeline between the circles. Dribble in the corner, Cobb. They're looking inside for Morris. Saucy fronting him. Out front, Capongo in the corner, Cobb. Nixon's posting down on the baseline. Cook trying to front him a little bit and still watch Morris at the same time in the high post.
Yeah, it looks like Gowan's kind of sagging off a little bit right at the free throw line.
Nixon got the ball free throw line, nails the 15-footer, 33-14, the Lincoln lead.
Yeah, offense flowing a little bit better for Urbana here in the second half.
Polis, nice spin dribble, goes to Gowan in the corner. Gowan kick out Saucy, wide open 3, up and no good. Rebound, Biven went for it, tapped it, nice tap by Jake Biven. Gowan comes out of there with it.
Yeah, could have got over the back though, but you love Jake trying to extend that play for the Railers.
Biven, kick to Saucy. Railers running the weave out front. Polis in the corner, Biven drives baseline, nice drive, ball knocked away out of bounds. Should be Lincoln basketball. Should be inbounds underneath their own basket. Again, 33-14, the Lincoln lead, 4:53 to go here in the third. Gowan to inbounds. Gowan looks, kick out Polis, nearly thrown away. Polis, a great catch out front. Polis in the corner, Gowan had the open 3. Inside Cook, there's that play again. Nice move by Peyton Cook. Oh, that was a great move under the basket.
Yeah, used the rim and the shot fake and got Morris up in the air, and then Cook kind of maneuvered his way around to get in the middle of the rim.
Yeah, they go inside Morris, and Biven just hacked him, and Morris gets the shot and one. 5 Foul is on Jake Biven.
Just the first field goal for the big guy, the sophomore 6'7" left-hander. He's got 2 free throws in the first half, and that's his first field goal. So the Railers really have done a good job. It's not a little sideline fast break for Urbana that got him a post catch underneath.
And the lefty nails the free throw. It's 35-16, the Lincoln lead.
Morris, 3 of 5 from the line here tonight.
Excuse me, 35-17. Now they've corrected the scoreboard. That's 2 fouls on Jake Biven, by the way. Polis hounded out front, gets the ball to Gowan. Gowan, Cook. Cook, Polis. Polis the clear out. There it goes. Polis, nice fake, and got fouled by Young. What a great fake that was by Elijah Polis.
Yeah, and I think Morris is coming over to tell his teammate, hey, stay down on the ground because I got the block shot if you let him go.
They're calling that one on the floor.
Yeah, 3 team fouls so far here, early on here in the third quarter for Urbana.
There's the pass out to Biven. Gowan, kick out Cook, 3 on the way, no good, rebound. Oh, Biven was right there.
Yeah, Urbana, little to no effort there to get Jake away from the rebound, and Jake was in perfect rebounding position to put that back up and in.
Back to a 20-point lead with 4 minutes to go. Lincoln's done pretty well here, Josh, here in the opening 4 minutes of the third quarter.
Yeah, you've kind of taken the best shot I think Urbana can put at you. They've scored a little easier here in the third quarter.
Capongo, shot out of the corner, good. 37-20, the Lincoln lead. 3:41 to go, and Urbana has more offense here in the third quarter than they had the whole first half. Saucy with a wide open drive down the lane. Oh, Tyler, the nice try to move around Morris. Didn't get the layup. Here comes Urbana, quick the other way. 18-footer by Cobb, no good. Rebound, ball knocked out of bounds by Moore. Oh, no. They're calling it off of Polis's fingertips, and we're going to have a media timeout here at Mahomet-Seymour High School with Lincoln up 37-20. When we come back, Urbana will have the basketball with 3:24 to go here in the third quarter. Let's send it back to the station for a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Raider Basketball on WLCN. Anymore. Why call it the mass timeout? We'll call it the media timeout.
Yep. We need a break.
Yeah, we need a break anyway. Ryan needs to run some commercials.
Our camera guy needs a break.
3:24 to go. Josh, Lincoln with a good start really to the third quarter. Those opening 4 minutes, and
but it's been a little bit easier for Urbana too. You know, I don't know if it's just. Surely wasn't the jitters. I think it was the Raider defense that caused some problems. They didn't hit shots in the first half. Now they're starting to hit some shots, which you can see a little more pep in their step.
Yeah, but this is a time, Josh, we don't want Lincoln to get complacent and let them back in the basketball.
No, anything can happen. I mean, there's a lot of time left here. You know, you've seen stranger things and larger leads get taken away pretty quickly.
Yes, and with a three-point shot, a lead can get wiped out very, very quickly. Right. Young, the basketball here, left wing, goes back out front. Nixon. Young out front. Goes to Capongo. They're posting high-low again. Morris and Nixon nearly run into each other in the lane. Cobb back out front. Young. Gowan's flattened out, trying to stop the ball from going into the high post. Out front, Young. They go into the high post. Kick in the corner, Cobb. Cobb the fake, goes back out front, Young. Good scramble defense by the Railers.
Yeah, the Railers going to have to run a little bit here. They were able to get to the free throw line pretty easy, but the Railers get back in position.
They go inside Morris. Morris in trouble. And Gowan knocked the ball away. Good defense by Gowan.
Yeah.
And there you see.
That's one thing the Railers are really good at, Jay, is when that big man puts it on the floor, you'll see Biven, Gowan, those guys really, really claw and scrap at the basketball.
Coaches always cringe when the big guys put it on the floor because some guard's right there to steal it away. Polis way out front. Polis going to drive down the lane, stop and pop from 10, up, and it rolls home.
Ooh, a little shooter's rim there.
39-20, the Lincoln lead. 2:18 to go. Young out front. Young to Nixon, back out front. Young, Josh, I think that last possession, Urbana ran almost 45 seconds off the clock.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of time for that.
Shot out of the corner, and as we say that, Cobb hits a quick three out of the corner. 39-23. Lincoln lead is 16. Minute 57 to go here in the quarter.
His second three of the quarter.
Drew Hayes in the basketball game for Lincoln. Cam Nelson also in the game. Cookie in the corner. Cook going to drive. Cook looking to drive. Got the ball knocked away. Here we come the other way. Young nearly traveled the basketball catching it. He's going to spin baseline. Young trapped by Railers. Now goes baseline. Kick out front. Cobb. Three on the way. Up. No good. And Cook skies for the rebound. But a nice block out by Drew Hayes.
That would have been a big basket for them to cut it within, 13.
Out front, Polis to Cook. Cook, Hayes, and Nixon came over the top of Hayes, stole the ball away, between the legs, dribbling, threw the basketball away. Josh, if you're Verdell Jones, you're sitting there going, hey, we had a chance to start chipping away at this, and a great opportunity there, and just threw the ball away.
Yeah, missed the wide open three that after Cobb just hit one, and now they throw the ball away. So you're right, a couple opportunities missed there by Urbana to get right back into this thing.
Oh, and they're going to call a foul on Capongo. You were right in one of the games earlier when you said the referees tend to not have whistles during the regional games, and boy, there haven't been many calls.
No, and really, Railers haven't taken the ball exactly right at Urbana, and Urbana hasn't done the same. They've shot a lot of threes here against us.
Capongo with the foul. That's 14 fouls on Urbana here in the second half. Polis going to drive in. Polis, kick out. Nelson, three on the way. Wide open. Chris Coyne, State Farm three, and it goes down. Lincoln up 42-23.
Well, and you saw him calling for it. Polis got in the middle of the lane, and which drew Camden's man right into the middle and for a little help side, and Cam put his hands up, and the quarterback's going to get you the basketball.
Clock in the red. Lincoln up 19. In the corner, Cobb off the wing, up no good, and Hayes got pushed in the back, and the outside official saw it.
Yeah, but that was an easy call. We saw that from here.
Morris is going to get nailed for his second foul. Railers have done a really good job laying a body on him under the boards, Josh, and I think he's gotten frustrated and started to push him out of the way.
Yeah, they've done a good job of boxing out. As I think Fran Fraschilla said the other night, it's a lost art in basketball anymore. Not too many players do it, but the Railers have. You've seen a little extended effort by that for Lincoln tonight.
Polis Gowan. Possession arrow favors Urbana right now. 18 seconds to go. 5-second call?
Yeah, he didn't hold. He was holding it, and he's got to do something with it. And that's one of the things that could come back for the Railers is just lack of doing something with the ball when you need to get going. You're pressured. You don't normally handle the ball because Paulus does 95% of it. That these guys got to at least relieve some pressure.
Nixon to Young. Josh, you don't want to give up a three or any type of basket here. There's a shot by Nixon. Line drive three. No good. Cook the rebound. Cook to Polis.
Got a shot.
Lincoln running in a hurry. Polis up the floor, down the lane. Polis 20-foot fall away. No good. At the end of three quarters, it's Lincoln 42, Urbana 23. Josh and I will be back in 30 seconds with the fourth quarter. Back here at Mahomet-Seymour, after being up 29-9 at halftime, Josh, a good third quarter by the Rail Splitters, both offensively and defensively.
Yeah, and really a good quarter by Urbana, too. They put up 14 in the quarter and 13 for the Railers. So, we had that 20-point lead. Let's keep that intact here and hopefully salt this thing away.
Be interesting to see what Urbana does in the fourth quarter if they start pushing the ball. 8 minutes is a long time, but still you've got a 19-point deficit. You want to get some scores pretty quick, I would think.
Yeah, and we saw where they have been pushed the ball a little bit more and gotten some wide wide open shots on their transition or a secondary transition to get their offense started. So if you make the Railers get back and run, there has been some shots open for Urbana, and they've been able to knock them down.
Yeah, you and I aren't really used to this because 42-23 is usually the score at the end of the game, not at the end of three quarters.
We were talking about it at the girls' game last night. After one quarter, it was 20 to
23-22 is what it was.
We thought that's about halftime of the boys' game.
Yeah. All right, Urbana inbound the basketball opposite the scorer's table, and Young will have it out front. Young at the volleyball line goes to Nixon. Nixon back out to Young, and Urbana still being fairly patient out front. Goes into corner Cobb. They're posting Morris.
Yeah, Morris. Got Viven down on the block now with Cook.
And into the game for them is number 14, and that is Devin McGee. Out front, Young, the long three. That's the first three I think I've seen him take. Ball out of bounds, and it will go to Lincoln.
Yeah, and you're going to see Urbana now pick up. I'm not sure what kind of press, but it's going to be some sort of pressure.
Looks like a 2-2-1, yeah.
Yeah, they put the big guy Morris back. Railers got to find somebody here in the middle of the lane, the middle of the court.
Gowan looking, gets it to Bivens. There it was. Bivens sideline Nelson. Nelson in the corner. Cook back out front. Polis out to Gowan. Gowan going to go down the lane against the big guy. Layup, got it. Nice move by Aiden Gowan. And wow, the student section over here goes crazy as Aiden Gowan with the layup. 44-23, the Lincoln lead.
Gowan, sophomore against sophomore. One's 5'10", the other one's 6'7", and Gowan was able to get the layup to go.
They go in the corner. McGee, the left-handed three out of the corner. Ball knocked out of bounds. And I'm not sure the officials saw who knocked it out of bounds. Let's see what the call is here. And it looks like it's going to stay Urbana basketball.
Yeah, I think the right call.
Oh, wait a minute. They reversed the fall.
Yeah.
Reversed the call.
We thought it was out on Paulus, but we'll take it.
Paulus the basketball. Railers in their home white uniforms. They're trimmed in red and green.
Great job by the Railers breaking the press. Love that bounce pass against pressure with Nelson.
Nice cut to Paulus. 15-foot stop and pop up. No good. Good idea by Elijah Paulus. Nixon knocked it to the floor. Young picks it out of there. Young quickly down the floor, and Railers stop him from driving. There's a shot by Nixon, and the nice three-pointer off the left wing, and a timeout by Verdell Jones of Urbana. Let's see if this is a full or a 30. It is looks to be maybe a 30-second timeout.
Yeah.
Another Top Hat Creamery timeout. We haven't had many of those. Again, any time is a great time for ice cream. So when you're out and about, stop by Top Hat Creamery, located at 513 Pulaski, across from Gazzardo's in the Arcade Plaza.
I want to thank our streaming live video sponsors. One of them, Sal Paulus, financial advisor with Edward Jones, located at 1400 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Call Sal at 217-732-4001 for all your financial advising needs. Town & Country Bank is a proud sponsor of Lincoln Railer basketball. At Town & Country Bank, our mission is to help empower the financial well-being of our communities, one person at a time. At Keokuk Street in Lincoln, whether buying or selling, trusted professionals at Me Realty. For more information, check out merealty.com.
Folks, it's a timeout taken by Lincoln. They couldn't get the ball in bounds. Urbana ramped up the pressure, man-to-man on the inbounds play. Coach Al won't be happy about having to take that timeout. 6:43 to go here in the fourth. We're going to keep it right here, Josh. And, Josh, this is a point in time we've got to get the ball inbounds and make them pay for the extending that pressure if we can.
Well, we have a couple times there at Paulus. I don't think Coach Al minds that shot. He's really good from that spot. He went backdoor and Cook in the last possession, kind of in the secondary fast break. Cook found him at the free throw line and he missed it. But you're right. You can burn some clock, make Urbana play some defense.
Now with the timeout being called, refresh my memory on the rules. Can they run the baseline now?
No, I believe it's over now. I could be wrong. I'll see what he kind of... I think you're right. I think he's, once the timeout is called or maybe it's tipped out of bounds by somebody else, I think he's got to stay put now, which is a little bit tougher.
Cross-court pass to Polis, and knocked away by Nixon as Bivens came to help out.
Yeah, the Raiders can go up and over here with a little bit of a lob, or I like Nelson's bounce pass. The last time the Raiders broke that, all the hands are to their side.
Backcourt Polis from Nelson, and Polis now across the timeline.
Yeah, see if the Railers maybe work a little clock here, Jay, and get a good shot.
Bivens traveled out front against the Urbana defense. Well, 44-26. The Lincoln lead is 18. 6:29 to go here in the basketball game. Young against Gowan. Goes to Cobb. Back out front, Young. Nixon, Young. They go to Nixon. Nixon in the corner. Cobb back out front. Young, nice pump fake. Ball knocked away. Ball nearly knocked on the sidelines. Young is trapped, and he double dribbled.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought it was earlier because he stopped, he dribbled, and picked it up again. Then it kind of got tipped out of his hands. I don't think the Railers hit it. I think he just fumbled it, and then he went and got it again.
Nelson to inbounds, looking for Polis. Gets it to Elijah, and now he's going to face pressure from Nixon. Nixon trying that behind defense.
He's done that several times. He did it to Cook and got away with it one time, but that time the refs got him. So 6 team fouls now on Urbana. Let's see the next one. The Railers will be in the 1-1.
Nelson inbound the ball, looking. There's a lob pass to Polis. Polis, layup time, got it. Great play by the Railers and a good backdoor by Elijah Polis.
Yeah, a basket the Railers needed on a dry spell for the last couple possessions. Gets that lead back up to 20.
46-26, the Lincoln lead. 5:53 to go here in the basketball game. Nixon, Young, they go inside to Morris, inside out to Nixon, long three, up, no good. Ball, long rebound, and Cobb comes out of there with it. Cobb, good baseline pass, Capongo. Cook, the great defense, blocked it out of bounds.
Yeah, good job by Cook. You know, I think earlier in the year, Jay, he tries to go up and swat that thing like crazy and probably picks up a foul. Just the maturation of Cook, stays straight up, smaller guy, tips it away and blocks the shot.
We've noticed that, especially in the second half of the season, Josh, that he's learned not to go up and try and do that swatting.
Right.
And just to stand there with your arms up, he's done a very good job of it. Nixon out front against Biven. Biven to Young. Capongo now going to swing around to the right baseline. Young, the long three, up, no good. Rebound, all Railers there, and Morris and Cook fight for it. Morris plows into Sassi, and is going to get, oh, wait a minute, a foul.
A lot of contact under there, and it looked like he had almost possession of the ball and moved the feet, but not a bad foul. The Railers going for the rebound strong against the big guy underneath.
Sassi gets called for the foul. That's a tough call against Tyler Sassi, but Urbana go throw it in the backcourt with 5:19 to go. Cobb out front, Nixon.
You got to watch the shooter over here. He's made several of them.
Morris goes in for the easy two, and it's 46-28. 5:07 to go here in the basketball game. Polis now going to get hounded by 2 Urbana players. Out front, Sassi from Biven. Kick to Conway. Jaden Conway in the basketball game for Lincoln, replacing Gowan. Cook looking for somebody. Needs some help. Gets it from Biven. Biven, Cook.
I'd like to see the Railers get that weave going and see if we can't get somebody going to the court. Urbana just trying to stop us from keeping the ball on one side of the court basically here, which is a little bit tougher.
Polis, and ball tipped last by Cook on the pass. I think Nixon hit it. Cook tried to grab it, and it ran off of his fingertips.
Yeah, it's just too long of a pass. Pass from the middle of the court all the way across to the other side, and a lot of pressure by Urbana right now as they can ramp it up a little bit and kind of gamble, be able to catch that or not.
Nixon goes to Cobb, left wing. Out front, Nixon. Urbana hasn't substituted much this game, Josh. Out of the corner, Capongo, the three, makes it, and it's 46-31. The Lincoln lead is 15. 4:16 to go here in the basketball game. Polis gets it to Sassi. Sassi, Biven. Biven looks, goes in the corner, Sassi. Sassi out to Cook, left wing, out front, Conway. Conway looking, gets it to Sassi. Biven being hounded as Polis comes out and gets the ball. Polis going to drive down the lane. Polis layup time, got it. Nice left-handed layup. Morris didn't rotate over. The big guy didn't come over to block it. And Elijah recognized that and went in for the layup. Yeah. 48-31.
Great move, exactly what you needed.
They go inside to Morris. Cook, I think, is going to get nailed for the foul here. Yep, foul is on Peyton Cook, and I believe that is his second. His second, the team's fourth, I believe, and we're going to have a media timeout. Top Hat Creamery media timeout here at Urbana. Let's go ahead and just keep it right here as we see some of the Mahomet-Seymour folks start to come in. Nice crowd making it over from Lincoln. Boy, probably a tough night for people to make it over, getting off of work. And
yeah, it was early game, 6 o'clock. It's about a 55-minute drive over, but that'll be a little later start on Friday. We want everybody to get over here.
Hey, even though they can't make it over, you know what? They got us. They got us here on air.
I'd rather have 0 listeners and more red and green in the stands on Friday night.
I would too. You know what? They can always listen to us while they're in the stands.
Sure.
Bring some earphones. You want to hear what the play-by-play is. Mahomet playing a little music here during the timeout again.
First thing is tomorrow, though, Jay. We got to have a packed Neil Alexander court tomorrow night because the Lady Raiders. You see a lot more of it than I do, but they're going to need it tomorrow. It's a really good Mahomet team they're going to play.
You know, I thought maybe our crowd was worn out from last night because there were a lot of Lincoln folks at that ball game last night, and that first half was an up and down, almost exhausting first half to watch.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of that again tomorrow night as the Raiders again. The three-point competition, I believe. I don't know what time that you got a time.
5:30, I think is what Lloyd sent to me.
5:30 start for the three-point, and then the game is at 7. So we'll try to get the Lady Railers to the Super.
Morris, the sophomore, going to go to the free throw line. You know, Josh, this kid Morris got a lot of potential in him.
Yeah, he's going to be a load. You know, it's always tough to guard a big guy, obviously. But man, when it's left-handed and you know, it's kind of like a lefty and pitcher. You're not used to seeing as many of them, so you're not used to them, and they seem to have an edge on you. It's kind of the same thing in basketball. You got a lefty. It's hard to guard that guy.
Second one by Morris. Missed the first one, gets the second one. Nice touch by the big guy. Saucy gets inbound to Polis, and here comes the trap. Thrown across to Conway. Conway, I think, got fouled there by Nixon. No call. And Conway going to take it across the timeline. Good job by Jaden Conway. Conway Saucy. Ball knocked away by Morris. And it'll be Lincoln basketball right in front of the student section. Saucy to inbounds. 3:35 to go in the basketball game. The Lincoln lead is 16, 48-32. In the corner, Biven. Biven out front, Saucy. Saucy left wing, out front, Conway. Conway is fouled by Young. Still fouled by Young, and there's no call. Polis the basketball. Goes baseline, Cook. Cook up and blocked by Morris. That was a heck of a block. Here comes Urbana quickly the other way. Cobb, layup time coming. Got it. And the foul on Polis. Oh, my. 48-34. Urbana going to go to the line with the and one. A chance to cut the lead to 13. That is the first foul on Elijah Polis. And I believe the 15th foul on the Railers. They haven't changed the scoreboard yet. Cobb at the free throw line with the and one.
Yeah, Hayes checks in for Saucy now, too. So Railers, a lot of time left here in this game. It's not it's far from over. Down 14. Jake's got to come to the middle.
Cobb misses the free one. Gowan in the basketball game, and the Railers break the press very quickly. In the corner, Cook. Out front, Polis. Josh, are we at layup free throw time?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You're in the bonus here. You shoot a layup or free throw, and that's it.
Out front, Hayes. Hayes to Cook.
Railers got to meet their passes.
Into Polis. Polis out to Cook. Cook going to take a wild three and in and out. No good. Biven tapped it out of there. 2:49 to go. I'm not sure that's the shot Coach Al wanted, Josh.
No, I don't think. I don't care if it's Nelson or Cook. You know, Nelson more of a three-point shooter. Cook not. I don't shoot the basketball until they foul us or we get a layup.
Urbana goes in the corner. Cobb goes reverse layup. Nice move. Didn't get the bucket. Gets his own rebound. Ball out to Capongo. Three on the way. Got it. Capongo gets the three. 48-37. And boy, the Urbana kids have not given up.
Well, and if they shoot the ball like this in the first half, Jay, that's a totally different game.
Second timeout. We'll keep it right here. And we can see Coach Al from here, and that's a pretty stern look over there in that huddle, Josh. I don't think he's real happy with the way the last couple of minutes have gone.
Well, he can't be. It's gone from a 20-point lead now to 11, and certainly a lot of time left for Urbana to get into this thing. 2 timeouts left for Urbana. The Railers are in the bonus. 4 team fouls on the Railers. So, well, you've got to be selective here, and I don't think that's a good shot on the last possession. And I don't care if Cook had made 7 in a row before that. It's just they're at your mercy now. I mean, you make your free throws, this game's over, in my opinion.
Okay, so 2:28 to go. Lincoln is up 11 points. Hayes in the basketball game, the freshman. If you're Urbana and you don't get a steal here, do you maybe wait see if Hayes gets the basketball and maybe try and foul him?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I think in your scouting report, if you've got the stats, which aren't easy to come by, but yeah, you've got to find the guy that you want to foul, and I'd make this a free throw shooting game.
I mean, nothing against Drew Hayes, but you do have a freshman on the floor playing in his first regional contest. Lincoln still in the backcourt against the 2-2-1 press. Polis going to dribble it up, gets it to Gowan across the timeline. Gowan, ball squirted away, and here comes Urbana quickly the other way. Capongo out front. They go to Cobb here on the left wing. Out front, Nixon. Young, Nixon Cobb going to drive baseline. Cobb, kick out Capongo. Capongo drives in. He thought he traveled there, gets it to Nixon. 2 minutes to go.
Raylor's got to get out on the threes.
2 minutes to go. Young out front, long three, up and got it. Wow. 48-40, the Lincoln lead. Minute. And yet another Top Hat Creamery timeout. Remind you of Heartland Community College, Lincoln's Community College, one of our fine sponsors. Heartland, you'll get the personal attention out here.
Well, the way they've been playing defense and be able to strip us and turn us over, I don't think you have to right at this point. There's plenty of time left, and this has gotten real interesting real fast. The Railers not keeping care of the basketball, getting it stripped, taking ill-advised shots. They've got themselves in a dogfight right now.
And we said earlier you didn't want to let these guys hang around. It just gives them confidence, and they have it right now.
Well, for a while we didn't.
No,
we were
that's
up
the
20
thing.
not too long ago, and I'm telling you what, if this thing's not over, but nope, if the Railers come out victorious, man. They were very fortunate that Urbana didn't shoot the ball like this early on.
Sassi can run the baseline, gets it inbounds to Gowans. Gowan needs to find somebody. Gowan going to get it to Polis. Polis trapped, and Lincoln in trouble. Here's Bivin. Bivin needs to get across the timeline. Bivin goes quickly to Cook. Had Sassi wide open under the basket. Polis, there's the ball knocked away from behind again. Here comes Nixon. Nixon throws the ball away, and it'll be Lincoln basketball. Lincoln very fortunate there.
Yeah, and I don't understand why they're not calling a foul on that. They did it one time, and now they've stopped it. And he's done that several times now where the Railers get by him, and he goes kind of that tip away from behind.
Polis in the backcourt still needs to get it across the timeline. Polis quickly across to Bivin. Bivin in the corner. Cook. Cook going to drive. Layup and got it. Peyton Cook. Baseline drive. Got the layup. Give Cook 9. A minute 20 to go. Lincoln lead is 10. 50-40.
Boy, did we need that.
Young. Out front Nixon to Young. It is a 4-possession basketball game right now. Out front Young. Minute 8 to go. Urbana needs to do something here in a hurry. Nixon goes inside Morris. Down the lane. Throws it up and got it. And Morris is going to go to the line with the and one. Foul is on Peyton Cook.
Morris so far from the line. 1, 2, 3, 4 for 7.
Morris shot up and got it. It's 50-43, folks. 3-possession basketball game. Gowan across to Polis, and ball nearly thrown away. Polis got knocked down by Nixon, and they called the foul on Nixon, who was trying, again, that reach-around defense.
Yeah, and that's they've called it 2 out of times out of about 8 that he's done it. So Paulus will step to the line, 1-1 here, who was instrumental in those 2 free throws back at Mahomet on last Friday or Thursday night, I believe it was.
Paulus to the line, minute on the clock. Lincoln up 50-43. Senior Elijah Paulus, the 6'3", 195 senior at the line with 1 in the bonus. First one up, got it. Foul on Nixon was his second, team 7th. No Railers on the free throw line. Well, Gowan's on the free throw line. Polis, second one. Got him. 33, the Lincoln lead. And now here comes Urbana.
Yeah. Tick, 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 tick.
Urbana to Nixon, or Nixon to Young. Young out front, going to drive down the lane. Young fouled by Gowan on the floor.
Yeah, we'll take that too. Not a bad foul there. Railers with just their 6th team foul, so they'll take the ball out of bounds. Underneath the basket. I thought it was out front, though. I don't know why. Usually, if it's below the free throw line, they get it underneath the basket. I thought it should be on the sideline.
Yeah. Young inbounds, and Gowan nearly steals it. Capongo out front, Nixon. Urbana, tick, tick, tick. Again, the clock working. They're looking inside to Morris. Nixon, the long 3 out front. Got it. Wow. 52-46. It's a 2-possession game with 41.3 seconds to go. Yet another Top Hat Creamery timeout. This one taken by Urbana's Verdell Jones.
Can't have many more. Yeah, okay. There's no timeouts left for Urbana, so that's a little bit of a benefit here. But whew, this has gotten too close for comfort.
We still have to get the ball in bounds and not turn it over.
Yeah, and now as you said, alluded to earlier, the coach has got to let that guy that's taking the ball out know that you can run the baseline. Make that a shorter pass if you can. But 3 should be counting. When that thing gets to 3.5, I'm timeout right away. We got plenty of them.
We've got 4 timeouts left. So, Josh, there's another thing, too. You'd want to tell your team, I imagine, hey, if you get trapped in the backcourt and the count's on, if you need a timeout, get it. We got some of them left.
Yeah, and remember, there's no being aggressive yet with the ball. Don't make a mistake. Should I take this shot? You're going to have to be very physical and meet your passes here. We got to look for a guy in a white uniform in the middle of the court. Looks like Bivin and Cook are way down on the other end. Maybe Jake can come and get the basketball.
Saucy inbounds to Gowan to Saucy. Saucy ahead to Bivin, threw the ball away and out of bounds. Oh, Josh, we had the press breaker there, and Saucy's pass was just a little bit over Jake's head.
Yeah, and it was wide open, too. So the Railers have got to get a stop here.
All right, 35 seconds. Folks, turn up your radios at home. This is a close one. Out front, Young.
Another shooter over
Young,
here.
Nixon, Capongo. Out front, Nixon to Young.
They're going to go for a three. They're
Young,
not looking at
Cobb,
anything in a two.
Young's going to take the three. Up, no good. Rebound, Cook. Cook is going to get hammered. And we're going to go to free throw line with 19.4 seconds to go. Big rebound by Peyton Cook.
Boy, they didn't miss many of those here in the last 2 quarters.
You wonder if they'd have played offense this aggressively in the first half, how this might be a different game.
We would be in a different mood right now, that's for sure, because we couldn't stop them in the second half.
No.
I don't know, they had 9 in the first half, and they got 46 here, so a big time second half for them.
Peyton Cook. Up and in and out, no good. Rebound Morris. Here comes Urbana. They got to do something in a hurry. Clock is ticking. In the corner, Cobb. Cobb, wild three, up and got it! Oh, my!
Let it go. Let it go. There's no timeout here.
And the official's going to stop the clock with 7.8 seconds to go.
The clock's got her. Should keep running here.
And a timeout taken by Lincoln. A Top Hat Creamery taken by Coach Al. 7.8 seconds to go. And right now, Josh, this is a hostile environment. It's a partisan Urbana crowd here.
Wait, what a quarter for Urbana here. They had, 23 at the end of third. At the end of the third, it was 49 now. 26-point quarter for Urbana. And 6 threes in the quarter.
Greg Alexander asking if we can run the baseline.
Yeah, you should be able to run the baseline here. And I don't know why they're going to put more time on the clock. There shouldn't be, because that's, okay, I thought they were going to go back and ask for more time on the clock, but that's the downfall of not having a timeout. Coach Verdell Jones could have called a timeout there. I think it was about 10, maybe 11 seconds when he hit that three, but the clock keeps running because there's no timeout. In college, is that, maybe not.
In college, I think it stops when the basket's made. I think so. Saucy to inbound the basketball under the Urbana basket. Lincoln needs to get the ball inbounds. And if we don't make it, oh, wow. There's Polis here in the corner. Polis can stand here and wait for somebody to foul him. 1.8 ran off the clock. Elijah Polis, the 6'3 senior, at the free throw line again. 15 points on the evening for Elijah.
Well, Coach got it to the guy that he wanted to. Now Elijah's got to step up and do that senior thing where you hit some big shots.
Polis, number 5 at the free throw line. Isaac, first one up and got it. Big free throw by Elijah Polis.
Yeah, I might have sealed it right there, Jay.
Polis, second one. Up, no good. Rebound Morris. Here comes Urbana in a hurry. Urbana, long three at the volleyball line. Up and no good. Rebound battle on the floor. And Lincoln is going to come out of here with a victory. 53-49 over the Urbana Tigers. Lincoln goes to 25-7 on the year. And they will play the winner of the next game between Mahomet-Seymour and Danville for the regional championship on Friday night. Whew. Let's send it back to the studios for a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, Josh and I have the Back here at Mahomet-Seymour High School, where a good crowd from Lincoln files out of here, happy about it. And
taking a deep breath.
Yeah, taking a deep breath. And, Josh, this became a hostile road environment because the Mahomet crowd,
wanted to see the Railers lose.
The Urbana and Danville crowd started to root against us, and then so did the Mahomet kids.
Yeah. Boy, it was close for comfort there. We talked about settling, and I don't know that we settled a whole lot. We kind of got sloppy with the ball and turned it over, and then the Railers had to get out on the three-point shooters, but then they had the big boy inside and Morris, and I'm telling you, they shoot the ball a little bit better in the first half. We're walking out of here with a loss or one in the loss column.
We were feeling pretty good after the third quarter. We're up 42-23. They get 26 points in the fourth quarter. Coach Gregg's probably right. That may be the best 2-17 team you're going to see.
Starting out, I wouldn't have said that. I said you're crazy, but they had some shooters. They had some guys that I guess was probably a quarter too long for them to get hot.
If you scouted this game, Josh, I would think that you'd really want to ramp up the pressure against Lincoln and see if you can get us to be hesitant or panic with the basketball or turn the ball over, because we did a pretty good job for the first three quarters of handling the basketball, but in the fourth quarter we really didn't do that good of a job, and they just threw in threes left and right.
Yeah, they did. They were on fire from three. I think they had 6 of them six of them just in the fourth quarter, and then they had another 3, so 9 threes for Danville in the second half. They only had 1 in the first half.
Go ahead, if you will, and give the final scoring totals if you've got it totaled up.
3 in double figures for Urbana. Urbana was led by Kidion Kapango. He had 3 threes in the fourth quarter. He had 1 in the third. He had 12 points, 11 apiece for Malcolm Morris, the big guy, the 6'7" sophomore. Also, Kevin Cobb had 11 in the game, 9 for Jimmy Nixon, and 4 for Jamonte Young. The Railers were led tonight by the senior Elijah Paulus with a big free throw. He missed the second part of the one-on-one when we were up 3, but he made that first one, which got us a 4-point lead, which was the big one of the game. 19 points for Paulus on the game, 8 for Cook, 7 for Jake Biven, and 6 apiece for Aiden Gowan, Tyler Saucy, and Camden Nelson. And the Railers needed every basket. I'll also tell you, a big basket was that drive by Cook along the baseline with about a minute and 30 seconds left, maybe 2 minutes, something like that, where we were in that range, I think maybe up 8 or so, and Cook was able to extend it to 10 when he took it to the rack hard. And we're taking a deep breath because that was closer than it should have been, I think.
Well, Lincoln wins at 53-49. We're waiting for Coach Neil Alexander to join us here on the post-game show. Josh, I'm sure Coach Al will be concerned about how we played in that fourth quarter.
Yeah, concerned and also happy to get away, to get out of there. I thought, we had an opportunity there in the fourth quarter, late in the fourth quarter, where we were in the bonus, and is layups and free throws for the Railers, but the problem was we just couldn't handle the ball against them. They were reaching, slapping, and hacking, and getting the ball turned. We were turning it over, which at that point in the game, obviously you couldn't do, and then they were coming down and hitting threes. So that 20-point lead dwindled real fast.
Well, let's check a few scores around the area. Bloomington is just down 2 at Morton, 38-36. Of course, our score has been posted. Springfield Griffin took care of Springfield tonight, 69-33. Lanphier and Mount Zion have yet to start.
That'd be a good one, I think. I think Lanphier and Mount Zion. I think Mount Zion will give Lanphier a pretty good game.
Normal, the Ironmen beat Pekin 60-25 tonight. That's an awfully good Normal basketball team.
They're I know they're in 4A, but they won 1 loss on the season, I think.
And Riverton leads Normal U-High 11-6. A little bit of a surprise there because of U-High's schedule. You would think them going to have to play, a team like Riverton, who is a good basketball program, but plays mostly a 2A schedule, and U-High playing in the CS8. You would think that would prepare them for the regionals.
Railers win, and we'll be on to Friday night, which we already saw a little jam between the student sections. Mahomet not even in our game, but they were, of course, like you said, they were all over the Railers and rooting for Urbana. That'll be a 7 o'clock game here at Mahomet. Boy, we need everybody to get here.
Yes.
Because Mahomet's going to fill this place. We need our Railer Nation to show up and be loud. I know our students will be here. Nice student section tonight. first things first, let's get a W against Mahomet tomorrow night against the Lady Railers, and then let's go and beat Mahomet. What do we think? Mahomet should win against Danville, but like we said,
it's on their floor. You would think so,
right?
But yeah, I know. And boy, this is kind of developing into a little bit of rivalry between these two schools. Watching the two student sections go at it here during this basketball game. But I'll tell you what, let's send it back to the station for a 2-minute timeout while we wait on Coach Al. We'll be back with more of the post-game show. You're listening to Railer Basketball on WLCN FM. Joined us on the post-game show. Coach, congratulations on the victory. Please give us your thoughts on the game.
The first three quarters or the last quarter?
Well, okay. The first three quarters, Josh and I thought were really probably the best we played throughout the year. But the fourth quarter,
pressure. We've got to find. We don't understand that when the game gets on the line like that, the intensity is going to go up. Well, our intensity doesn't go up, and we didn't do the little things, and we didn't get over the ball a couple times and got it kicked out. and then we didn't cover it defensively. The fourth quarter is like, well, the game's over, and it's not over. So, but they hung in there. Those are things that we want to be able to. We got to learn from it, and I think the kids do. They sit there, they know in the locker room, but we got to be able to handle pressure a little better than that. Because I felt like for 3 quarters, there's 2 teams out here watching us play, thinking they don't have a chance, and then this fourth quarter come, they feel they can just kick us out of the gym. And you don't want to give people the mental edge, the mental side of it, and we did.
Yeah, Coach, and you said for 3 quarters, we thought the mental edge for Urbana would have been down, but they came out firing, and I know you're happy for the win. Obviously, upset the way that game ended. They shoot the ball half as good as they did in the second half and the first half. You're up here upset because we probably are coming back on Friday night because they really shot the ball in the second half.
Well, they tried to play a possession game the first half, and they were passing, they weren't dribble driving, and then they forced a couple turnovers, got out in transition, and drove and kicked and found the shooters, kind of like we did for 3 quarters. I thought we done a nice job of getting into the paint and finding our shooters out on the perimeter.
Yeah, Coach, and it'll be, as you talked about, just the pressure and the atmosphere. Obviously, Mahomet was, their student section was cheering for the Railers to go down, but Paulus with another big free throw as we were up 3, gave us that 4-point lead that kind of iced it away. We didn't handle the ball well in the fourth quarter, but again, the pressure that he was under, I thought he was really good again through 3 quarters, maybe 3.5. I don't know, all the turnovers were on his. It was really a multitude of everybody, but
bad shot selection, and not seeing the floor. We had guys open in the paint and can't get them the ball, and just little things. But we're juniors and young, and none of these kids have played in a regional. None of them. I think Popo might have got in maybe a little as a sophomore. That been 2 years? Have we missed 2
state?
2 years.
Yeah, well, 2 years ago, yes.
So
I lose track.
Yeah, so it's different. A regional game is totally different, but they probably didn't have many kids that played in them either.
Yeah.
None of these kids have really played in a regional. So,
Coach, in the first half, I thought, at the beginning of the game, they were able to get the ball into their big kid. I thought he was able to catch it fairly easily on the low block, and then after I think you called a timeout, it looked like our backs did a better job of rotating over and getting in front of him and making it difficult on him to get the ball easily inside.
Yeah, we didn't get across the floor to get him off the block, but what was most important was take away his right shoulder, because if you allowed him to pivot to his left hand, he was pretty good, and we did take away that. One time, one of our guys tried to wrap around on the top side, left the right shoulder open, boom, he drop stepped and scored. And you got to know those tendencies, and that goes against our principles in our defense, because backside is to circle the bottom side, which was the right the right shoulder. But if you go to the other side, you circle, you're on the left shoulder, which allows him to turn to his right shoulder. So, again, it's just understanding the game and what you're trying to do and how your scouting report goes.
Well, Coach, the thing about regionals is survive and advance. 1-point win over a 20-point win, it doesn't matter. You're still coming back here Thursday, and I don't know if this group has seen a true road, the student section involved. I don't know that when we played here, it wasn't that regional. I remember back when I played it, you knew when you were coming to Springfield that those guys were going to be all over you. Lanphier was going to be those fans were going to be all over you. Thursday night will be a true road test here. Should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I think we had a good little group down there.
Yeah, they were jawing at each other.
They're on a roll. They're on a roll. They're going to go against each other tomorrow night too.
Yeah.
So we'll just keep on going and carry it on the whole week.
Well, and And we might see a true a game a little bit different tomorrow night with the Lady Railers going against Mahomet. And we think we'll see Mahomet here on Thursday night. But we know one thing is that the Railers will be here at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, and that's Friday night. And, the girls play tomorrow night against Mahomet. If you haven't got your ticket, GoFan is the IHSA's for the sectional. You have to have a GoFan ticket. Just go online. You can go to the IHSA website and get there. We've got it on our links out there that you can get online. But the girls deserve a packed house and play, and hopefully our sixth man can get them through into a super sectional.
Yeah,
they're one game away from the super.
Oh, in the postseason, congratulations, Lincoln the high school going for its 56th regional title in history on Friday night, and you got step one out of the way, and maybe this got some jitters out of the way of the kids.
Well, our scouts were here last Saturday and watched them play while they were at Champaign Central, and they said, we should be in good shape, and I knew they had two shooters and a big man in the middle and a dribble drive point guard, and I looked at them and said, guys, that's not a good combination for us. And they proved that in the fourth quarter. I'm just glad they didn't decide to play 4 quarters like that.
All right, Coach, thanks for joining us on the post-game show. We'll let you get on the bus and get home because you're the activities director. You've got to get things set up for tomorrow night's sectional contest for the girls at Roy S. Anderson.
Yeah, and the doors open at 4:45 tomorrow night because we do have, I know Chloe's one of the 16 that are shooting in the three-point shootout, and it starts at 5:30, but you can get in the doors at 4:45. The game doesn't start till 7, but we'll have, two shooters out of those 16 will advance. In the past, it's been 4, but since they're taking all 4 groups to the state finals this year, they've cut that in half, so the numbers stay the same.
So same ticket policy Friday night that we had, or tomorrow night that we had last night.
Yes, sir.
We're not going to turn anybody away at the door.
I didn't say that. I'm supposed to say
I said it.
The IHSA has GoFans for the sectional, and that's what you're supposed to do.
Well, let's have people waiting at 4:45 at the front doors like I remember it used to be, and out to the circle drive ready to send the girls to the super.
And let's get a bunch of people to come over here on Friday night and
we're going to
this
need
basketball team on. We're going to need it.
Mahomet's going to have a good crowd.
Folks,
for sure.
You can't let the town of Mahomet-Seymour get the best of us. We've got a good road crowd, and we need to bring them over here.
Yes, we do.
All right, Coach, thanks for joining us on the post-game show. Coach Neil Alexander. Josh, anything you want to add before we wrap it up here at Mahomet?
No, I mean, it's like I said, it's a win, and it wasn't the best at the fourth quarter, but it was through 3, and that's all that matters. It does not matter how or when and all that. It's you got there, and we've got to be ready for Friday, and everybody's got to get ready for tomorrow too. I'm pretty excited about watching that girls team again tomorrow night.
It goes back to the old saying: you don't get points for style.
Nope, not anymore.
No, you don't get points.
There's no selection committee anymore.
Right, there's no selection committee. You don't get points for style.
Nope.
It's one and you're done here in the postseason, and we got step 1 out of the way. And Josh, I hope that goes a long way to letting these kids see exactly what you need to do in postseason play to continue to go on. Otherwise, you're done.
Yeah. You don't want to. You hate to go out and play so well and then give up a quarter like we had and end your season that way. It's just that's a bad taste in your mouth to go into the off season or the final game of your career, and you just want to go out and play a full 4 quarters, which I think we will Thursday. I don't have any doubt in my mind.
No, and we need to leave it all on the floor on Friday night here at
Coach will have them ready. The kids will be ready. The guys, Railers live for this kind of stuff on Thursday. Tomorrow they live for it, and they live for it on Friday night as well.
All right, that's going to end it here from Mahomet-Seymour. For Ryan Awe, who ran the camera very well tonight and got everything hooked up. For my broadcast partner, Josh Komnick. For studio producer, Winnie Ransdale, who runs things back. For Lloyd Kirby. For station manager, Jim Ash. For Scott Kirby. Scott, we wish you could be here, my friend. This is Jay Harden. Once again, the final score, Lincoln 53 and Urbana 49. Lincoln plays for a regional championship on Friday night here at Mahomet-Seymour. And again, the girls girls play tomorrow night, 7 p.m. We'll have all the action here on WLCN and WLCN Online. From Mahomet, Illinois, good evening, everybody. We're going to send you back to the Classic Rock Experience, the Nighttime Fix 96. Good night, and thanks for listening.